As the catching at bats ninth against Drowan. The umpires tonight and for this series. It's Todd Tischner's crew again for the Brewers. Behind home plate, Edwin Jimenez, Clint Vondrak at first, Adam Hammery second, and Mr. Tischner over in the rocking chair. Cannon and Dunphy, trusted by Wisconsin families since 1985. Just like the umpires keep the game fair, Cannon and Dunphy fights for justice when it matters most. Cannon and Dunphy, Milwaukee's trusted personal injury attorneys. First pitch is right around the corner here from St. Louis, and Lane Grindle has more of the On Deck Show built by Menards right after this. You're listening to the Brewers Radio Network.
7 days, 9 unforgettable shows. Experience the thrill of daily air shows at EAA AirVenture Oshkosh, July 20th through the 26th, featuring incredible aerobatics, historic aircraft, and heart-pounding flyovers. Then, when the sun goes down, the sky comes alive. Don't miss 2 night air shows on Wednesday and Saturday nights with fireworks, drones, lasers, and airplanes illuminating the night like you've never seen. Get your tickets now at EAA.org/tickets.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin operating engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join the team of Wisconsin operating engineers today at join139.com.
Nothing says summer like baseball. Whether you're headed to the stadium solo or tailgating with friends, Tsunami Express Car Wash keeps your ride looking game day ready. Wash away dust, bugs, and road grime with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a Tsunami Express member. So before you cheer on the crew, make sure your vehicle looks as good as your game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being...
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
These are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Somebody help me. The guy got a souvenir, and he's got a tale to tell. Mom's just kind of oblivious to the fact that she's struggling.
It's a rather lengthy one.
She is very attentive so far as this long story draws out.
That young man looks like he was given some signs. Oh, no, he's actually copying the pitcher, isn't he?
He's just going to give up. He's going to give up and pretend this is what he wanted to have happen.
He's in a tent right now.
He's going to hang out here.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot, and so are the summer temps. Now's the perfect time to step up your
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans, and while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table, and once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremonial first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. create. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey? I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon ran a base it up the middle, but hurt his hand.
Handful of bees right there. No idea what Scooble was thinking. And this place is rocking now.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her. So we decided, to do the business. So we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people. And this is what barbecuing is all about. And this is why we love it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Orioles at home. They welcome the Phillies tomorrow. Big series in the AL East. Game 1 of 4 between the top two teams, Yankees and the Rays. That game is scoreless in the top of the 5th. Griffin Jacks has not given up a hit yet to New York, which has lost 12 of its last 15 games coming into that series. The Rays have taken a 4-game lead over the Bronx Bombers in that division. Philadelphia lost a rubber match in Kansas City today, 15-1. And Christopher Sanchez gave up 9 runs in 3 1/3 innings. 3 homers to the Royals against the All-Star Sanchez. That ballooned his ERA. Wonder, is he still going to start the All-Star game? We'll see. Fans, we're ready to roll with the game, which is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Start your journey with confidence. We ride with you every mile. Visit Boucher.com. Let's get it going, Lane Grindle. 5 games in just over 72 hours. Why not? Let's start.
Absolutely, Josh. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. Dustin May was brilliant against the Brewers when he faced them back in Milwaukee. He has not been so brilliant his last couple of times he's taken the baseball, as Christian Yelich will lead things off against him here to get this big series underway in St. Louis. 17th start of the year for May, 5-6 with a 4.80 ERA. May looks in and works out of the windup and brings home the first pitch of the game. Man, that missed outside. It's 1-0.
First pitch, 6:45.
Got underway on time at 6:45. 84 degrees at first pitch here at Busch Stadium. May again out of the windup. Here's the 1-0 to Yelich. And that one is lined down the left field line and foul and out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbliss. Premium cocktails in a can. Stop at your local retailer and stock up for the game or for your next tailgate. Carbliss, less is more. May's 1-1 delivery to Yelich is high, and it's 2-1. Also tell you about our quick trip around the bases presented by Mamba Candy. Tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases is Creston Reynolds of Onalaska. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Creston will win a $100 quick trip gift card, compliments of Mamba Candy and Quick Trip. Here's the 2-1 to Yelich. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. You can stop in and pick up Mamba Magic Sticks or Mamba Very Tasty at Quick Trip. 2 balls and 2 strikes. May brings home the pitch. And a swing and a chopper foul at the plate. We'll do it again at 2-2. Yelich hitting .243 on the year, 6 home runs, and 28 driven in. Had 1 hit in that Diamondback series. It was a home run on Saturday night. Cardinals in their traditional home whites. Brewers have the navy tops, gray pants tonight. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a cutter that ran in on Yelich. And there's one away for Jackson Chourio. Chourio hitting .297, 13 home runs, and 35 driven in on the year. 4 for 12 in the series down in Arizona. Comes into tonight with a 6-game hitting streak. May out of the windup, brings home the pitch, and Jackson took high. It's 1-0. Defensively for the Cardinals, Velasquez in left, Church is in center, Walker's in right. Fermin, the third baseman, when it's short. Weatherholt, the fantastic young second baseman. Blaze Jordan over at first, and Pages is the catcher. The 1-0 way outside. 2 balls to no strikes on Churio. Just getting underway here in St. Louis. Beautiful night for baseball. You couldn't ask for much better in July in St. Louis than what we have here tonight. 2-0 pitch. Churio took a strike at the top of the zone with a two-seam fastball at 98. And it's 2-1. May pretty methodical. Lets that pitch clock wind down. And now the 2-1. That missed down and away, goes to 3-1 on Churio. Edwin Jimenez calls the balls and strikes here tonight. Clint Vondrack's at first base. Adam Hammery is at second base. And the crew chief, Todd Tichenor, is over at third. 3 balls and 1 strike on Churio. Here's the pitch. And Jackson, a hard-hit ground ball right at the second baseman, Weatherholt. He plays it near the second base bag and then throws to first in time to retire Churio. And there's 2 outs. Bryce Terang, the batter, 268 average, 12 home runs. He's driven in 51. For my money, this is the biggest all-star snub, at least from the Brewers' perspective. Could have made a pretty strong argument for Jake Bauers. And Kyle Harrison's got a pretty good claim as well. All of that could work itself out eventually. First pitch, swung on and fouled at the plate, and it's 0-1. But Terang, a guy that I think is very deserving. No balls and 1 strike on Bryce. Had a big series in Arizona with 7 for 15. Drove in a couple of runs. May's 0-1 pitch is a chopper foul, first base side. And it's 0-2. Eight-game hitting streak for Bryce. Seeing him go the other way with the baseball a lot here during this stretch. 0-2 pitch. Terang took high, and it's 1-2. Yelich struck out. Churio grounded out. And now Terang trying to get something started with 2 outs here for the Brewers. Not a big crowd at first pitch here tonight. Some folks still filing in, but there are a lot of seats available at Busch Stadium this evening. The 1-2 to Terang. Swung on and fouled back into the net. Battle continues at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cardinals had the Cubs over the weekend at Wrigley. Won that series, but lost the finale. And now time is called because we got a pitch clock violation on Dustin May. I mean, he is working as slow as you can work with a pitch clock in play. And that time he worked a little too slow. He is trying to be very methodical against this Brewers lineup so far here in the first inning. So the count goes to 2-2. The pitch is a chopper towards second base, rolling out to Weatherholt, fields and flips, had to hurry, got there in time to take care of Terang, and the inning is over. Brewers go down. Order, we go to the bottom of the first. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want...
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show on, and he got a standing ovation.
Hitting all for the Dodgers.
Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
University. Starting fresh, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland University offers flexibility to earn a degree your way.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score, Brewers and Cardinals. Brewers retired in order in the top of the first inning. Might have been the longest 1-2-3 inning you'll ever see, and he didn't even throw that many pitches. That was an 8-minute top of the first. He retired all three. And that's hard to do in the pitch clock era. J.J. Weatherholt to lead things off for St. Louis against left-hander Shane Drowan, making his 8th start of the year. First pitch is in there for a strike with Drowan. And it's 0-1. Sinker at 94. Drowan's been in a good place last 3 times he's taken the ball for the Brewers. Trying to continue to build on that here today. Pitch missed a touch away with a slider. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Weatherholt hitting .269, 13 home runs, 36 driven in. A lot of folks thought he should have been under consideration for the All-Star game as well. Swing and a miss at a sinker at 95, and it's 1-2. He's been one of the bright young players in baseball this year. Just a rookie. And he has shown that he belongs and then some so far. 1-2 pitch, called third strike. A sinker at 95 on the outside edge, and Weatherholt is retired for the first out of this first inning. Before the first pitch or after the final out, give your ride an all-star clean at Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. So one away for Ivan Herrera. Probably one of the more undervalued hitters in the National League. First pitch swinging, fouls it back and out of play. And it's 0-1 on Ivan Herrera. Hitting .256, 10 home runs, 39 driven in. Feels like he always has a big swing in him against the Brewers. And the pitch. This one's popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Bowers going over by the first base coach's box to make the catch for the second out. Stubby Clapp not interested in getting out of the way for Jake Bowers on that pop-up either. Didn't matter. 2 away for Jordan Walker. I mean, he just stood there. He was 2 feet from where he caught it. I mean, look at that. You can't do that. You got to get out of his way there. I mean, it didn't impact the play, in fairness. Here's Jordan Walker. And the pitch. Missed down and in. Nearly gets Walker off of his feet. He goes all the way back to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes.
I guess maybe they would say that was Stubby being stubby.
Stubby is short for stubborn. I mean, he was in the box, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody just stand there as a position player is 2 feet from you to make a play. The 1-0 pitch. Missed down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Walker having a big-time season. He's an all-star for the first time in his career. .292 average, 20 home runs, 67 driven in. Drowan's 2-0 pitch is a little low. It's 3 balls and no strikes. In the midst of a 5-game hitting streak coming in for Walker. He had had his bumps early on in his career, but he has figured it out this year. The pitch, that one missed down and away, and it's a walk to Jordan Walker. So a 2-out walk, and here's Nelson Velasquez, the former Cub. Brewers defensively tonight. Churios in left, Mitchell's in center, Frelick in right, Hamilton the third baseman, Pratt at short, Terang at second base. Bowers is at first, and Contreras does the catching tonight of Shane Drowan. So here's Velasquez hitting in the cleanup spot for the Cardinals. And the pitch, sharply hit ground ball to third. Hamilton stays down on it. The throw is low, but dug out nicely by Bowers. And the side is retired. So a 2-out walk is all the Cardinals would muster in the bottom of the first.
It's time for another road trip. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
2-2 the count. The pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the second deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank. Santa Maria.
Did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line, a look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot, a classic Alvarez bomb.
It is a 0-0 ball game as we go to the top of the second inning. William Contreras is the cleanup hitter for the Brewers. He is set to lead things off for the Crew. Contreras hitting .295, 9 home runs, and 51 driven in on the year. Cleanup hitting home damage with Loyal Family located in Muskego. First offering to Contreras is a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. 0-1 on William. May brings home the pitch. And a chopper on the left side. Big hop for the third baseman, Fermin. He throws across to take care of Contreras. And there's one away for Jake Bowers. And Dustin May had a perfect game going into the 8th inning against the Brewers when the Cardinals were in Milwaukee earlier this year. It was a Garrett Mitchell leadoff double that changed everything in that game. The Brewers ended up winning the contest, but he was brilliant that day. A couple of starts ago, he went with a complete game shutout against the Padres, but his last 2 starts have been a mess for Dustin May. First pitch to Jake Bowers is down and in, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Got hit in the foot on a comebacker against Atlanta back on July the 2nd. Lasted just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 hits and 5 runs. Bowers a solid single into right on a line. Hit out to Jordan Walker. That's the first base runner of the game for the Brewers.
Perfect game lasted a lot shorter this time.
Yeah, it didn't last quite as long. One would guess that it wasn't going to. The start before that start I was just telling you about in Atlanta, he went just 2 innings against the Royals and gave up 6 hits and 6 runs. Those both followed the complete game shutout against the Padres. I would guess that you could say it's been feast or famine for Dustin May this year. Here's Garrett Mitchell. First offering to Garrett, missed inside, and it's 1-0. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Bowers at first, being held on by Jordan. The 1-0 pitch. Missed up and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Hey, Cardinals, we're just laughing about Stubby Clapp's name. I mean, they've got Blaze Jordan over at first base. What a name that is. Two balls and no strikes. Nathan Church. The pitch, swing and a miss. He went after a fastball at 97 off the outside edge. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Cardinals, they got Pop Warner, of course, that's on their staff as well. They got some names, man. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Garrett Mitchell. Long hold for May. Now the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. He had a good rip at that elevated fastball at 97. That right there, Josh, is where the progress has been made for Garrett. That is a fastball at 97 at the top of the zone. He does not get to that pitch before. Now he fouls it off, and it costs him a strike in the count, but he wasn't making contact with that pitch early in the year. And that's helped him stay in counts longer and get the pitch he needs. 2-2. And a liner into center down for a base hit. Now bobbled by the center fielder Church, and Bowers taking advantage of it. Never stopped running, heads to third, and sliding into second is Garrett Mitchell. So it'll be a hit, and then the E8 on Church out there in center field. Might be a great name, but it wasn't a great play by Nathan Church there.
Well, you could almost charge him 2 errors. I mean, you wouldn't, but I don't even think Mitchell goes to second if he didn't notice that throw that Church made towards third was going to be well offline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. So now second and third for the Brewers, and 1 away, and Sal Frelick coming to the plate. May from the stretch, the pitch. Sal, a swing and a chopper foul behind the plate. And it's 0-1. It's a great point, Josh. You could really give him 2 if you wanted to. I don't think they would do it, but you could give him a throwing error that allows Mitchell to get to second base. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. And Frelick, a pop-up in foul territory, third base side. That'll find the seats. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Ken Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you. Brewers have second and third and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Sal Frelick at the plate. He's behind in the count 0-2. May's pitch is up and in, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Brewers already having more success against May tonight than they did the previous time they faced him this year. Good base runners out there for the Crew at second and third as well. May again from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. And Frelick took a called third strike. He's going to challenge, though. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I think this is going to be a strike. He thought it was in, but it caught the inside edge.
The call is confirmed. Milwaukee have 1 time remaining.
So 2 down now for the Brewers. Brewers with just 1 challenge remaining, and Cooper Pratt will be the batter. So it's going to be up to Cooper to try to get this run in for the Crew. Cooper had a nice series in Arizona, went 2 for 6. Average sitting at an even 200 coming into tonight with no home runs and 2 driven in. Brewers have made May throw a few pitches in this inning. He's about to throw his 30th of the game. First pitch, Pratt took a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. I mean, May is milking that pitch clock every single pitch. He is letting it roll down to under 5 at least, and many times it's almost 2 or 1 before he's bringing home the pitch. Very methodical here tonight. Here's the 0-1, and Pratt took a sweeper down and away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Big opportunity for the Brewers here early on in this one. Second and third. Again, Frelick, who doesn't strike out much, has struck out in back-to-back games, which is newsworthy. He's one of the hardest guys to strike out in the National League. But he strikes out here in this spot, and now it's going to be up to Pratt to get a 2-out hit. 1-1, swing and a miss. A sinker ran in at 98 miles an hour, and Pratt came up empty. Brewers trying to do something with an early threat here. Pratt uses his timeout, now climbs back into the box. Bowers at third, Mitchell at second. May trying to get out of a jam here in the top of the second. 7 on that pitch clock. Finally raises the leg in the pitch. And a liner caught by the second baseman, Weatherholt, and the inning is over. Pratt put a good swing on it, and that's been kind of the story of this road trip so far for the Brewers. Hard hit contact right.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive. Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game. The pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue. Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
They're nowhere near where the ball is.
Here comes Dillon. Whoa, he stumbles and he falls on a weird play. The ground left side, Cora. See, Hopper stumbles. Now one of those embarrassing moments that all players have.
Pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Brewers and the Cardinals. Jose Fermin will lead things off for St. Louis. It'll be Fermin, Wynn, and then Church. Wynn is Church, usually on Sundays. Pitch missed inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is a ground ball sharply hit past the diving glove of Hamilton, and it'll roll into the corner. It'll be extra bases for Fermin. He will stop at second base. It's a leadoff double for the Cardinals' third baseman. Sharply hit ground ball, 102 off the bat, and Hamilton dove for it, just couldn't get a glove to it. 9th double of the year for Fermin, and here is Mason Wynn. They'll take things up a notch with Pine River's Kick and Dill Pickled Cheese Spread. Bold and tangy twist from Wisconsin's favorite, Pine River. Try some on a using or brat maybe as well. Get creative. We like that. Drowan looks in. First pitch to Mason Wynn is a curveball that dropped in low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, and after you have the Usinger Brat and the Kick and Dill Pickled Cheese Spread from Pine River, maybe try some Cedar Crest ice cream for dessert. Cold, creamy, always delicious. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike on a sinking fastball at 95, and it's 1-1. Drowan needed just 11 pitches to get himself through the bottom of the first inning. Looks back at second base. Gives it a second look, and now the 1-1. That missed up and away, and it's 2-1 on Mason Wynn. 250 average for Wynn, 4 home runs, 37 driven in. Brewers stranded a pair in scoring position in the top of the second inning, the 2-1. This one's popped up, this one on the infield. It'll be Jake Bowers coming in and making the catch really close to the mound by the time he got underneath it. It's a big first out for Shane Drowan. One away now for Nathan Church. Nathan Church, another youngster having a nice season for St. Louis. .255 average, 8 home runs, 28 driven in. Church left-handed hitter, so lefty-lefty matchup here for Drowan. The pitch is right through there for a strike on a fastball at 95, and it's 0-1. Love the way that Drowan is attacked so far today, and Pat Murphy talked about it in the pregame show with me. That's been his M.O. A lot of first pitch strikes with Shane Drowan. 0-1. And a breaking ball tapped out to Drowan. Off the mound, Fields spins and throws to first, and he lollipopped it over there, but still got Church just in time. Had less time than he thought he did, but was able to get Church, and there's 2 down on the play. Fermin goes to third. He's there with 2 outs for Blaze Jordan. But yeah, the Brewers stranding in pair in scoring position. That's been the problem. The Brewers have swung the bat well. Here the last 4 or 5 game stretch, they've had a lot of hard contact, but it's just hitting with runners in scoring position. Blaze Jordan takes a little low with a fastball at 95, and it's 1-0. Actually inside with that pitch. It didn't miss by much. Brewers hitting just 146 with runners in scoring position in the month of July. So that's been the problem. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled back into the net, and it's 1-1. But in reality, what are you going to do? It's one of those stats that there isn't a lot you can do differently. Just keep putting yourself in position and wait for it to flip. Brewers been one of the best teams hitting with runners in scoring position all year. This one's lined down the right field line, but fouling out of play. And it's 1-2 on Blaze Jordan.
It's pretty remarkable. You think about it. They won a couple of series to start July with those numbers, so they're still winning baseball games. You find a way.
Well, the one thing the Brewers are doing more now than they were doing early is they're hitting some home runs. Drowan's 1-2 pitch is a bouncer to short. A couple of hops out to Pratt. Sidearms it over to first and takes care of Jordan, and Drowan does a nice job stranding that leadoff double over at third. We go.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Foul ground, and he's got it! What a catch by Max Kepler! Wow!
And Valdez comes up with it. Oh my!
A soft ground ball towards third. Bichette on the backhand has it. Crossfires to first. Got him.
Bichette with the backhand play, the bouncing throw on 2 hops in time.
Ground ball hit to second. Diving play by Hoder. Shuffles to second, and they get the force. Diving into right field. Osana gets up and throws out Berger.
Ground ball hit to the right side. Diving stop to his left corner. Throw to first in time to get Tatis.
Freely coming on and dives. He caught it. Sproul loves it. Shortstop Henderson diving.
Throws to first. Did they get him? Yes, they did.
Diving stop by Edmund to his feet. Long throw to first there in plenty of time.
To the right side, diving stop. Clemens finds the grip and gets the out at second base. The Sun, who's going to get it? Corona Brower makes the catch. Corona Brower having trouble again. Oh, he caught it again.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries. Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly
cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries. Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Impressions say hello to Z-Bart.
No score as we go to the third inning here in St. Louis, and Stepping in with a play-by-play, here's Josh Maurer.
Thank you, Lane. It's Dustin May versus 9-1-2 in the Brewers order. David Hamilton and Yelich and Chourio coming up against the red-haired Redbird. Hamilton, the third baseman tonight, batting out of that 9 spot. The first pitch. Square bunt, pulls back, takes away with ball 1. Each team squandered a scoring chance in that second inning. Brewers had him on second and third with 1 out. Cardinals had a leadoff double, but nobody got a run. So we remain scoreless. Into that slow windup May in the 1-0. Hamilton takes up and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. David Hamilton hitting .234. He has homered 3 times, driven in 13, and stolen a team-high 18. Third and first baseman are each way in on the grass. Now the 2-0. Took down and in. Cut fastball. It's 3-0 on David. And witness those 18 stolen bases that I just told you about. This is not a guy you want to walk to lead off an inning. Dustin May peers over the glove to get the sign. Now he's ready in the 3-0. Taking all the way, it is down the middle with a fastball for a strike. Well, we're glad that you're with us. Hope you all had a great holiday weekend. Maybe back to the grind today. We're both hoping it went okay if that was the case for you. A lot of baseball here the next few days. 3-1 pitch. Tipped foul on the cutter. Back to the backstop by Hamilton. It'll be a full count. We're going to play. We finally did some real math. And we're going to play these 5 games in probably about 75 hours. Between now and Thursday night. So Lane and I are going to be sitting next to each other in these seats quite a bit. 3-2 coming. Swing and a miss. Elevated cutter, and he comes back from 3-0 behind in the count. Dustin May to strike out Hamilton. That's his third punch out, first time through the order.
That's, by my math, what, like 12 and a half hours if you go 2:30 for the average game. 5, 7:30.
Are you doing long division?
11 and a half, I think, right?
Christian Yelich struck out to begin the ball game. Bats with 1 out in the third. Dustin May's pitch. Grounded to first. 2 hops and an easy one for the rookie Blaze Jordan. Backhands it, takes it to the base in time to get Yelich. And that's 2 outs.
My point is, think of how much time we're going to have apart. I'll miss you a lot during this stretch. I mean, yeah, that's 75 hours, but it's like 60-some hours. We're not going to be around each other.
Oh, man. You're going to figure out a way to keep yourself occupied in the meantime.
I'll figure it out, I suppose.
Yeah. We usually make it work. Here's Chourio with 2 out. Dustin May looking good again against the Brewers. And the pitch. Popped up. Foul territory and a playable right field side. It's the first baseman Blaze Jordan over, and he makes it over the shoulder catch right by the tarp. And a 1-2-3 inning for May. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going across town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
for your trade-in, along with fast, easy financing, making the entire process a home run. No pressure, just a team that's in your corner from start to finish. Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
Tri-City is proud to sponsor the third inning. At our hometown bank, you're on the team that's winning. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee has major wins on deck. Play with your rewards card for a shot at cash, reward play, and new Toyotas. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. We go to the bottom of the third, and Shane Drowan facing 9-1-2 in the Cardinals order in this scoreless game. Pedro Pages, the catcher, is going to lead off. The right-handed hitter takes one in at the knees. Cutter for strike one. Spelled like the English word pages. 216 hitter. And he takes down low with a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's homered 4 times and driven in 11 this year. Drowan's given up a walk and a double, but no runs through 2 innings. And the rookie's 1-1. Pages smashes a base hit into center. Ball was smoked on a hop in front of Garrett Mitchell. And the leadoff man is aboard for the Redbirds for the second consecutive inning. Table set for the top of the order. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. Find one near you. Go to WDA.org. J.J. Weatherholt struck out to begin the outing for Shane Drowan. First pitch here is up and in, ball 1. Lane told you earlier, Shane Drowan is making his 8th starts of his career. The 1-0 pitch, Weatherholt tips foul right past the glove of the catcher Contreras into the backstop, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's actually now his 7th straight start. Remember, he made 1 start, then was in the bullpen for a while, but it's been over a month now. He's been a regular guy in this rotation for the Brewers. The 1-1 to Weatherholt. Chopped foul softly first base side, and it is 1-2. And I think he's gotten better and better as he's gotten more comfortable in this role.
Yeah, definitely. And he's been low-key one of the most important pieces to this team this year because they've needed somebody to be able to stabilize some things in that rotation with all the injuries, and he's been able to do it.
Pitch is up and away, and it's 2-2 on J.J. Weatherholt, rookie versus rookie. And here's the other thing. The reason I bring it up now, too, is I think there was some speculation that once things kind of settled down, maybe after the All-Star break, he'd go back into the bullpen. 2-2 to Weatherholt. Tipped foul, got a piece of a slider. Now with Brandon Woodruff's injury situation and things more uncertain with that rotation out of the All-Star break, who knows? Maybe Shane's in there to stay for now.
Yeah, Lee Corso would say not so fast, my friend, right? Things are always fluid in this game. You just never know.
Nobody out, bottom third scoreless. And the 2-2 again. Breaking ball down and in, and so it's full counts. His last 2 starts were against the Reds, each of them, and he gave up just 2 runs in 10 innings in those 2. I don't think they'll start the runner. Pages leads. He's holding 3-2. Ground ball towards the middle. Tough play, Terang. Backhands it, but he can't get the ball out of his glove. He drops it to the ground. Otherwise, he had an out at second. And everybody's safe instead. Oh, you almost never see that from Bryce. They're going to call it an error on Terang. That allows Pages to be safe at second base. And safe at first is the batter Weatherholt on a fielder's choice. Bryce did the hard part. He got there with that backhand moving to his right, which is up the middle. And then as he tried to flip it to the shortstop, Pratt, he just dropped the ball.
Probably have a double play if it's clean. The ball's hit 98 miles an hour.
2 on, nobody out for Ivan Herrera, and he takes way outside ball 1.
And the play's bringing him toward the bag. It may have been also what caused the error. He might have been thinking about getting the ball out quickly.
It's only his 3rd error of this season. Herrera popped out his first time. You'd love that result here. 1-0 is a called strike with a slider that caught the upper outside corner. No score, but the Cardinals a serious threat. You got the meat of the order up now with 2 on and nobody out. They're not thinking 1 run. They're thinking crooked number. Herrera waits. Drowan with a 1-1. Popped him up again. Third base side and playable. David Hamilton's coming in. Hamilton makes a slide, and he makes the catch. He had to because William Contreras never went after it. That was the catcher's ball, and Hamilton bailed him out. What a play. And the runners retreat to first and second with one out here in the bottom of the third. How about David Hamilton on a foul pop-up that might have only ended up like 10 feet from the catcher?
Yeah, it's a heck of a play by David Hamilton. That is a tremendous play by David Hamilton.
He was sprinting and sliding. And now Jordan Walker, first pitch outside corner, called a strike with a sinker. Walker turns around and asks a question to umpire Edwin Jimenez, but he does not challenge. Had he would have won. The pitch was outside, says our data. 0-1. Walker walked in the first. No score, bottom third. And the 0-1. Missed down low with a cut fastball. Not quite sure what happened with Contreras there, but
you wonder if he just didn't pick up the ball in the air?
Yeah, that's my thought, is maybe he didn't see it off the bat. And then by the time he could have located it, he thought, well, it's too late. Big power threat up there. The 1-1 is outside on a changeup, 2-1. Drowan has not been very interested in throwing strikes to Walker yet, but this is a spot where you kind of have to attack him. The league leader in runs batted in, Jordan Walker. The 2-1 coming. Swinging a line drive in a shallow right. This is slicing into foul territory. It'll land uncaught. Frelick couldn't catch up to it on the collar. Just wasn't in the air long enough, and so it's 2-2. Safe driving tip from Schneider and their professional truck drivers. They remind you that work zones require extra caution. Slow down, stay alert, and keep everyone safe. 2-2. And Walker is granted timeouts. The inning, there's been a single and an error. Then you had that pop-up to the third baseman. 2-2 on the all-star Jordan Walker. Drowan sets right above his belt. Kicks and deals. And he misses low with the slider. It's full count. This guy's not chasing the way that he used to. It's a pretty good two-strike pitch, and he spit on it. Got the cleanup batter, Nelson Velasquez, in the on-deck circle. 3-2 coming. Here it is. Low. Walked him another slider. Bases loaded. Yeah, he just hasn't wanted to throw him stuff in the zone, but that loads the bases. And it's Velasquez coming up. William Contreras is going out to visit with Shane Drowan. So he's walked Walker twice. Now Chris Hook is popping out of the dugout to join the conference. The Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound with wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's fans' dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Become a legend. So Pages goes to third. J.J. Weatherholt moves up to second base, and Jordan Walker at first. Velasquez grounded out to third back in the first inning on a sharp grounder to David Hamilton. If you get a ground ball again, this is certainly a guy you can double off. That would be an optimal result here for Drowan and the Brewers in this scoreless game. Cardinals trying to break the ice. We had not seen Velasquez for a couple of years before tonight. He was in the minor leagues when these teams played their first couple of series against one another back in May. Got selected on May 29th from AAA. Saw him with the Cubs last time in 2024. Nelson Velasquez. Chris Hook back to the dugout, and Drowan ready to go. Bases loaded, one away. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss over the top of a curveball. It's a good one to get Drowan ahead 0-1. Infield is back. Well back up the middle. They're hoping for a ground ball chance. And the crowd getting into it here at Busch. 3-man lead. Drowan set. The 0-1 coming. Swinging a ground ball towards third. Hamilton fields. He's going to second. Low for one. Relay to first. Low. It was late anyway, and a run scores. 1-0 Cardinals. There was an easy out at home if Hamilton just threw it to the catcher on a slow chopper, but he decided to try to turn a very tough double play. He made a poor lead throw to Terang, who saved his bacon by scooping it. But then by the time Bryce could make a relay, he couldn't get Nelson Velasquez. And the Cardinals score an unearned run. Well, the Brewers have been behind in each of the last 3 games. Diamondbacks scored first on Saturday and Sunday, and the Cardinals, they're the ones to score first on Monday. There probably shouldn't have been a run this inning. Actually, you never hardly say this about the Brewers, but some shoddy infield defense by Terang, that time Hamilton. They're on the corners with 2 out for Jose Fermin. The pitch is in there at the top of the zone for a strike. And that was the pitch that Drowan wanted to Velasquez. Just a soft ground ball to third.
Yeah.
Fermin grounded a double back last inning. Drowan trying to limit the damage to 1 run, and the 0-1 pitch is inside corner, but challenged. Looked inside from here, and that's what Fermin thought. But it was on the inside corner. We're going to get the news now on the video board. We have our data tell us first. Pow! All ABS challenges presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Each team is down to 1 left. 1-0 Cardinals. Give Velasquez the RBI on that fielder's choice. Still a big out to get here on Fermin. Right-handed hitter, they lead from the corners in the 0-2. Hit hard but foul and deep out of play down the left field line. He was ahead of a fastball, was Jose Fermin. So now it's Weatherholt at third, and Velasquez is over at first base. Drowan's had to work. The 0-2 pitch, down low, laid off the slider, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fermin didn't have a hit the first couple of series against the Brewers. He was 0 for 7 before that double last inning against Milwaukee this year. 1-2 coming. Line drive, foul down the left field line again. He hit a fastball hard. Keeps getting out in front of the heater from Shane Drowan. Again, the run unearned. And anything further that might cross this inning would be as well, but Drowan's not thinking about that. He's just thinking about making 1 good pitch to get himself back into the dugout. 1-0 St. Louis. It's been a long inning. Runners on the corners. 2 out. Drowan set right above his belt. Looks towards first. Now throws to first. And Velasquez easily in, standing up safely. Well, the newest Brewers bobblehead is almost here. Get a Brandon Woodruff trading card bobble for the first 25,000 fans at the game Saturday, July 18th, out of the All-Star break against the Marlins. 1-2. Line drive again foul. That time it was pulled on a curveball wide of third. Brandon Woodruff bobblehead. Get your tickets, brewers.com/giveaways. By the time we get to that homestand that begins against the Marlins in a couple of Fridays, it'll have been over 2 weeks without a game at home. So we'll be excited to be there. 1-0 Cardinals tonight. 7th pitch to Fermin. Line drive towards center, base hit. Looped it off the end of the bat. Scoring from third base, Weatherholt. First to third goes Velasquez, and Fermin with a great piece of hitting. It's a bloop RBI single on a changeup that he poked out of the reach of shortstop Cooper Pratt, who was going out as fast as his legs would let him. He just couldn't reach it before it hit the center field grass. So 2 unearned runs make it 2-0 Cardinals. That's great hitting there by Jose Fermin, a guy that we haven't seen swing the bat very well this year against the Brewers until tonight. He's 2 for 2.
This is the most unfortunate inning Shane Drowan could ever probably imagine. That ball was hit 63 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, he has made pitch after pitch in this inning.
And now it's Mason Wynn. He'll take a fastball over the outside corner, knee high for strike one. And again, there should have been 0 runs, to be honest with you, this inning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And none of them will be earned, but you still want to keep it here at 2-0 by getting Mason Wynn. Runners on the corners. He'll take another fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. And I'll say again, playing from behind recently has been no problem for the Brewers. The Reds in that series were continuously scoring first. Diamondbacks did it the last couple of days. 2 runs at least in the bottom of the third. Drowan, 0-2 to Win. Fly down the right field line, slicing into the corner into foul territory and out of play. Frelick gave it a long run. He went up against that sidewall. Gave you some flashbacks to the game-ending catch yesterday. Now Drowan's throwing what, Lane? At least 25 pitches in the inning, I think.
Yeah. This has been just an inning the Brewers couldn't afford. They want Drowan to be able to go deep in this game.
Big out here, the 0-2 Win. Slices a foul again out of play down the right field line into the seats.
And again, you feel bad for Drowan because he's done the job to get himself out of this inning, you feel like.
And it's an error on Bryce Terang, by the way, that's made all of this unearned. Wynn popped out his first time. Runners in the corners, and the 0-2 again. Chopped very softly, foul up the third base line. Then you had that decision that David Hamilton made to try to turn a double play instead of taking it out in front of him at home plate that certainly has played into this. 0-2 still on Mason Wynn. Drowan kicks. Runner goes for second on a swing and a foul back into the screen. And we will see a 7th pitch to Win. Still no balls, 2 strikes. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Going back to that Hamilton play, too, if you just make a good throw, and I get it, you're kind of in front of the bag, so you're having to throw back behind yourself to second base. But if you make a good throw there, I think Terang makes the turn in time.
That's probably true also. You're right, because Bryce had to scoop it out of the dirt. Mason Wynn waits. Runners on the corners. Runner goes for second. Stepping off is Drowan. Now the runner at first base, Fermin, gets in a pickle. It's taken by Terang. Runner breaks for home. Terang throws in behind the runner at third. Velasquez, he's out. Tagged out by Hamilton to retire the side. Brewers execute that play very well, although the Cardinals think that maybe Velasquez was safe.
St. Louis is challenging the outcall at third base.
And they think he was in there. They challenge it. There's the announcement from Todd Tishner, the crew chief.
It's a pretty quick challenge by the Cardinals. We haven't seen a replay yet, but based upon how quickly they challenged it.
So the runner at first, Fermin, got into the rundown between first and second base intentionally. Then you had Velasquez start to break for home. So Bryce Terang, who had the ball, threw in behind him at third. He's definitely safe. The Cardinals win this challenge, and the Brewers won't get any outs out of this. And Slide got in there before Hamilton tagged Velasquez. Shouldn't take very long. All replay reviews presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They don't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. Well, that's another one where you probably should have had an out somewhere. Although nobody scored, Velasquez just safely back to third and Fermin safely back to first, where they had each started that play. Taking a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, I don't know that they have a great angle of this, but I think I'm with you.
Yeah. There's the overturn there from Todd Tishner. I got it wrong.
Yeah, you piece it together and you could see he got his hand in there before the tag. They just didn't have a great angle. That's probably why that took a little bit longer.
So it's as if nothing actually happened, even though there were a lot of moving parts on that play. You still have Velasquez at third, Fermin at first with 2 out, 2 runs in. 0-2 on Mason Wynn, who has seen 6 pitches in this plate appearance. Drowan has to go back to work. Shane is ready. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider down and in. Not caught cleanly by Contreras, so he'll throw to first. And that completes the punch out 2-3. Boy, that was an adventurous inning. Cardinals get 2 unearned runs.
Let's take a trip around baseball for a look at some of the funkiest moments from the field.
And now he slips and falls. The ball gets by him. No, it wasn't not me. No, not me.
And it hits him right in the tucks.
Pitches that took the bat right out of their hands.
Terang didn't see it.
Man, that's tough luck.
With that wand ready to wave some magic.
It goes way over Devers' head at first.
There's a big cockroach in the dugout, apparently.
But for every time you fall, you can always get right back on the horse with a fine fielding play.
Melendez-Olber dives, makes the catch off his glove. There's no way.
How about that?
A sensational catch.
By Ryan Walshman. Torque meets railing and Torque wins.
It's gone!
What a play!
Brian Reynolds robs Ohtani. It's showtime.
And that might be the play of the year for the ball dudes.
How about that?
Got a couple packs of Topps 2002. I'm going to open them up and see who I played with.
Oh, Bartolo Colon. This is actually a pretty good pack. So I got a chance to play with Bartolo in Cleveland. Really good teammate, cool dude. It was fun, man. He was always a great hitter.
Woody Williams, probably one of the best Astro killers ever. You always enjoyed chewing the stale gum while you were looking for your heroes.
Baseball all season long. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Now the Brewers will try to start the comeback against Dustin May here in the fourth, trailing 2-0 now with the middle of the order coming up. Terang, Contreras, and Bowers. Bryce grounded out his first time out of the windup. May's pitch is at the top of the zone for a strike with a cutter. Just 2 singles against Dustin May through the first 3 innings for the Crew. Terang had that red-hot week last week. Trying to keep it going into this important week. The pitch is right down the middle, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Dustin May has already recorded more outs tonight than he did in his previous 2 starts combined. He had just 8 outs those last 2 outings. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fly foul down the left field line and slicing out of play. Carbliss is a proud partner of the Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local retailer. Carbliss, less is more. Two unearned runs for St. Louis in the third. 0-2 pitch down and in on a sweeping breaking ball. It's ball 1 to Terang, who has hit safely in 8 straight games coming in. Contreras and Bowers will follow. Beautiful night here. A lot of daylight still overhead at Busch Stadium as we play the visiting half of the fourth. The 1-2. Just missed a little bit up, maybe in 2-2 on a cutter. Yep, probably both. But mostly in. Our data is a little delayed these days. Gotta wait. May at 45 pitches. Kicks into the windup, 2-2 pitch. Now back. 98 on that 2-seam fastball, but Bryce equal to the task. Drive Around the League is presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Everybody else in the Central besides these 2 are off tonight. It's a light night in the Major League schedule, the Monday before the All-Star break. Mays 2-2 again, down and in on a cutter, and from 0-2, it's full count on Terang. Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead in Tampa. Game 1 of that big series. Top 2 teams in the AL East. Big 3-run home run from Jose Caballero. He's gone deep twice, in fact.
Former Ray.
Got his old team. 3-2 coming. Flied into left. Play for Nelson Velasquez, back a few steps, but there are plenty of time to reach up and make the catch. Opposite field fly ball from Bryce Terang is caught for the first out in the fourth. Yankees are 4 games behind Tampa now in the standings in that AL East coming into that series. Tampa's been one of the big surprises in baseball. William Contreras grounded out his first time. 2-0 St. Louis, top of the 4th. Dustin May ready for the first pitch. Outside corner, a called strike with a cutter. Something about maybe seeing the Brewers has gotten Dustin May turned back into the right direction. He had that amazing start right after Memorial Day in Milwaukee, and it had not been great of late. Ball is fouled off of the catcher Pages on a sweeper, and it got him squarely. He goes down immediately in a heap. 0-2 on William, and Pages will be given some time to recover. Stands up. William can certainly empathize with that situation. Catcher on catcher crime. Now William is talking to him.
He went down. It didn't look good when he first went down.
He's back in his crouch. 0-2. 1 out in the 4th. Bases are empty. And now May with an 0-2 pitch. Fouled back, fisted into the screen by Contreras. A week from tonight, it'll be the home run derby. That time of the year. A week from tomorrow, it'll be the All-Star game.
I love the home run derby, man.
They got new rules this year.
Yeah.
They got rid of the clock.
I kind of liked the clock. I get why they did it, but...
Dustin May's 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Flew it by him. William actually swung when the ball was pretty much already in the catcher's mitt. He realized it was going to be a strike, so he said, oh. But that is strikeout number 4 for Dustin May. And that brings to the plate Jake Bauers. He is one of only 2 Brewers to reach base. Singled back in the 2nd inning. This week for the Brewers leading into the All-Star break is critical because you've got 8 divisional games. These 5 in St. Louis, then 3 in Pittsburgh. Bauers takes it a little bit high for ball 1 on a curve. Up 6 games over the next closest team in the division coming into the week. That's the Cubs. Up 7.5 Milwaukee is over these Cardinals. The 1-0 pitch. Bauers takes a strike on the outside corner. Dustin May landed a changeup. Tomorrow's the doubleheader, by the way. So don't make any other plans. Just be by your radio all day, pretty much. Day-night split doubleheader. 1-1. Bauers swings through a high 98-mile-an-hour fastball. You wonder, you look at how Dustin May has pitched when we've seen him this year, and it's like, how is he so bad? Some of the games that he has struggled. He's got great stuff. He has a mangy red beard and long red hair coming out of the back of his cap. 1-2 pitch. Yanked down and in. That was 99 on the gun.
You kind of put those two things close together. Why is he so bad sometimes? And then you talked about the beard. Were you trying to say something? You don't like the beard?
No, well.
You called it mangy?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very kempt. A little wiry. Not doing a lot of tailoring on the facial hair. 2 out, nobody on in the 4th, and the 2-2. Bauers takes outside corner of the backdoor sweeper. He struck him out. Well, and Dustin May is feeling it tonight. Boy, he just kind of celebrated, nodding his head as he pounced off the mound into the dugout.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Bottom third of the order for the Cardinals coming up against Shane Drowan, Church, Jordan, and Pages. 2-0 St. Louis, Nathan Church in there, lefty versus lefty, and Drowan's pitch. He bunts, pops up the bunt foul, but unable to catch up to it as William Contreras lands on the foul warning track in front of the screen, so it's 0-1. Wasn't in the air long enough. Drowan had that unlucky third inning, in which he gave up a pair of unearned runs. Trying to bounce back here, keep his team within a couple of runs as we go to the middle innings. Church swings through a slider, is behind 0-2. He grounded out softly to the pitcher, his first time. Retired veterans, you can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more, networkhealth.com/veterans. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fly down the left field line, moving over his Churio into foul ground, but it's going to slice into the seats. Uncaught, still 0-2. Pitching in the doubleheader tomorrow for the Brewers. We know that Jacob Mizorowski is getting the opener tomorrow afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Line drive through the middle and into center. Base hit on the slider. And for the third inning in a row, the Cardinals get a leadoff base hits. Nathan Church on an 0-2 pitch. And that puts the wheels in motion for St. Louis again. Blaze Jordan, the rookie, coming to the plate for the second time. There have not been a lot of pitches without a runner on thrown by Drowan tonight of his now 61. He's only faced 5 batters with nobody on. Jordan grounded out his first time. Runners going on a called strike. Throw to second. Strong Contreras. He is out. Church taken down off the base paths by William on a perfect throw. 1 out, base is clear. Now it'll be a 6th batter with the bases empty. What a throw. Had a good pitch on which to throw. A changeup that Blaze Jordan took right down the middle, and William drew a strike. Now here's a ground ball by Jordan to short. 2 hops played by Cooper Pratt. Pats the glove, throws out Jordan. Just like that, 2 outs. Williams showing you why he's going to the All-Star game. Not just the offense. He can throw out would-be base stealers with the best of them. Pedro Pages began the 2-run rally last inning with a leadoff single. First pitch here. Check swing. Ball hits bat and squibs foul. Over towards the first base on deck circle. Celebrate Hispanic and Latino cultures at the annual Noche de Cerveceros. Or if you will, Cerveceros Night. That's that first game coming out of the All-Star break, Friday the 17th, presented by Aurora Healthcare. We got all things going on, lowriders, music, and a shop, local makers market. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 on Pages. Let me read that again. And shop a local makers market.
Well, yeah, I mean, you caught the mistake and made the correction.
Cerveceros Night. First game out of the All-Star break, Friday the 17th. 1-1 pitch. Pages takes strike 2 with a changeup. 1-2 the count from Drowan. He could use a quick inning, and he's a strike away from getting just that.
Well, he's been all over the strike zone here.
Base is clear, 2 out in the 1-2. Ground ball to short, hard hit, but right there is Cooper Pratt. Gobbles it up. He's got good, soft hands. And he throws out Pages to retire the side. That was the quick inning that Shane Drowan and the Brewers were looking for, and William Contreras helped them out. We go to the fifth, 2-0 St. Louis on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Gorman ahead in the count. Cardinals down 5. Swing and a drive. That's a mammoth shot for Gorman. A long home run over the bullpen.
No, that was a pretty easy swing by Gorman, and that ball went way over the Cardinals bullpen in right field. He has tremendous power.
Get a good pitch to hit. When you do, don't miss it. Nolan didn't.
443-foot shot by Nolan Gorman all over it.
Deep right field for Gorman. He got all of it.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He is out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
The fifth, 2-0 Cardinals leading the opener of this series. And back in with the play-by-play is Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. A baseball went onto the field out and left. So Nelson Velasquez had to pick it up and toss it back out of play. It'll be Garrett Mitchell, Sal Frelick, Cooper Pratt to come to the plate against Dustin May, who's used 58 pitches to get himself through the first 4 innings of this game. Brewers had that threat in the second inning, but that's really been it tonight, as Mitchell takes a pitch up and away with a fastball at 95, and it's 1-0. Mitchell had a base hit against him. He was part of that threat in the second inning. Those are the only 2 base runners the Brewers have had against May. The 1-0 offering. And Mitchell took a curveball that missed just a touch outside. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Pretty good plate discipline so far for Mitchell. He's not left the zone on 2 close pitches. May again out of the windup here, brings home the pitch, and that miss. Oh, that caught the outside edge. Garrett looking back at home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez, not so sure. That was up. Might have caught the edge, but it was up and out of the zone. Garrett should have challenged, but the Brewers only have 1 left. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He hasn't thrown him a strike yet. That one was down below the zone. That's understandable for Mitchell. That's a tough pitch. So May has not been in the zone with any of his pitches in this at-bat. Here's the 2-2 to Mitchell. And that one was in the zone, right down the middle with a fastball at 98. Mitchell strikes out. And there's 1 away. And before Sal Frelick hits, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight from St. Louis. A 2-0 Cardinals lead. First pitch to Sal Frelick is fouled out of play third base side. It's 0-1. Time for a vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Frelick called out on strikes back in the second inning. 0 for 1 tonight. And the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate. That might have got a piece of Sal. He goes down to a knee. Seems to be okay. But it's 0-2 on Frelick. 0 for 9 on this road trip so far for Frelick, who had that great month of June. There's action in the Cardinals bullpen. Again, May has not gone very deep. His last 2 outings, 2 innings and 2/3 of an inning. 0-2 pitch. is rolled foul again by Frelick. First base side this time, and stays at 0-2. So Justin Brule's getting loose out there in the Cardinals bullpen. Brewers would be just fine seeing Dustin May leave this game early. Could be a part of the storyline in this game. This is a Cardinals bullpen that is gettable. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Frelick. That's up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cardinals with 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that is all the scoring we've seen in this game so far. 1-2 pitch. That one is fouled out of play, third base side, and it'll stay at 1-2. We've commented multiple times about how this is about as slow as a pitcher can work in the pitch clock era. So often what you see with pitchers is that they'll slow things down when runners are on. He is very slow out of the windup. It is a long process once he starts his windup before he unfurls the baseball. 1-2 is chopped foul up the third baseline. Just kind of a late emergency swing on a sweeper that was probably off the plate away, but very close. And so Sal decided to punch it foul and live to see another one. He is battling in this at-bat as Frelick. Fell behind 0-2. This will be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. May's 1-2 pitch. Inside, and it's 2-2. Somewhere in that Brewers dugout, somebody's yelling to Sal Frelick, drag him, because that's what Sal has been known to say. When you get behind 0-2, just try to take that pitcher down with you and make him throw as many pitches as possible to get rid of you. Here's the 2-2, and a swing and a foul tip held onto by Pages. So Sal strikes out for the 2nd time today. And Dustin May with 7 strikeouts now in this contest, and Cooper Pratt coming to the plate. It was an 8-pitch battle, and May's at 71 pitches. So he's definitely, from what we were told, getting close to the end of his night. Maybe 80, probably at most 85 pitches that the Cardinals would push him out to today. First pitch to Pratt is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. You would think maybe Brule would be getting ready for perhaps Hamilton if Pratt would reach. Definitely Yelich, who would be due up after Hamilton. The 0-1. And Pratt a swing and a foul at the plate, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Dustin May, Brewers, they're kind of tired of seeing this guy. He's been tough on him this year. And again, the stuff is outstanding. You know, you look at his overall numbers and go, well, he hasn't been that good in some of his other outings, but remember what he did to the Padres. When this guy is good, he's really good. 0-2. And Pratt, a little soft liner into right field. It's going to dump in there for a base hit. Just got over the outstretched glove of the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt, who broke back into his left. And Pratt extends the inning to David Hamilton. So Cooper Pratt with his 3rd hit of this road trip, and it's the 3rd hit of this game for the Brewers. And May's going to stay in there to face David Hamilton, and right away Jose Fermin comes up on the grass trying to guard against any kind of a bunt single attempt from David Hamilton. First pitch is a little bit high with a cut fastball. It's 1-0. He's got 10 bunt singles this year. He hasn't had one in a while, though. And the Cardinals not interested in giving him the chance to get one with the way they're positioned. David could just punch a ball towards left. Could be the recipe. Here's the 1-0. They appealed to third. He didn't go on that curveball down in the dirt. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Remember, one of those hits that he gave up in the Brewers' winning rally against him back in Milwaukee was a bunt. Mm-hmm. There was miscommunication about who was going to field it. I'm sure they talked about that before this series.
The guy that was a part of that over at third base is in the minors now, and Nolan Gorman. 2-0's way outside. 3 balls and no strikes. So runner at first with 2 outs here, Cooper Pratt. And you take a walk to Hamilton here. That would probably be the end, I would think, for May with the lefty Brule ready out in that bullpen. I would think they would go get him to face Yelich. 3-0. And that caught the outside edge for a strike. The cutter. And it's 3-1. Actually, no, it did not. It was high, and it was ball 4. Edwin Jimenez had a tough inning here. He is giving about a baseball up and out of the zone tonight. 3-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 97. The count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Man, that hurts worse now, I feel like, because of the ABS, right? You feel like, you could have done something about it. Right. It used to be like, wow, that's his zone, and it was close. Probably shouldn't have been a strike, but that's the game. Now you're like, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hamilton.
It really does. It hurts more.
May out of the stretch. There goes the runner, the pitch. Rolled foul up the first baseline. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, I feel like you have a tool at your disposal to guard against those types of missed calls in those big spots.
Yeah, there's a remedy. It's so hard, too.
I do think, Josh, that you may see in future years they expand how many challenges you get or do some different situational stuff. No reason it has to stay exactly the way that it is. There goes the runner again. 3-2 pitch is a ground ball through the right side and in right field for a base hit. Pratt never stopped running. Turns second on his way to third. And the Brewers have him on the corners for Yelich, and Ollie Marmol, just like that, is up out of the steps of the dugout and making his way to take the ball from Dustin May. Brewers have a threat with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a North Shore adult diaper pitching change as the left-hander Justin Brule is coming in to face Christian Yelich.
Speaking of the AL East, the Rays are back in the driver's seat thanks to a week to remember from Junior Caminero. The Rays' blossoming superstar earned Player of the Week honors last week and has continued to rake.
Oh, yeah, he's still got the power. What a blistering pace.
Becoming the youngest player since 1900 to homer in 6 straight games and launching 9 homers in his last 8 games. During that torrid stretch, he posted the 8th 3-homer game in Rays history.
What a day to remember at Tropicana Field.
Junior's major output kick-started an 8-game winning streak for the Rays, as the team looks to capitalize on the Yankees' recent struggles.
An incandescent stretch for Junior Caminero.
And after hosting a week-long home run derby of his own, Junior will once again return to the stage for the real thing during All-Star Week in Philly. After finishing as the runner-up to Cal Raleigh last year, he'll have his eyes set on the prize this time around.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Laborers of Wayuna, Wisconsin are on the job. They're building and maintaining the infrastructure our Wisconsin residents, industries, and economy depend on every day. So when you see construction signs, orange barrels, and flashing lights, please slow down. Those work zones protect Wayuna's skilled men and women. Strong roads, strong bridges, stronger Wisconsin. Wayuna, feel the power.
2-0 Cardinals, and Yelich to the plate. Left-hander Justin Brule takes over on the mound. Brewers have runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Brule will toss over to first, and back in time is David Hamilton. Pratt is at third. Hamilton is at first. Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Brewers against Dustin May, and they have chased him out of this game. And now Yelich trying to come through in a clutch situation. The pitch is down and away, and it's 1-0. Yelich is 0 for 2 today. Big spot right here for the Brewers. They had a threat in the second. didn't get the big hit. The 1-0 is a ground ball sharply hit to the second baseman. Weatherholt goes down to a knee as he fields it and throws to first in time to retire Yelich. Yelich hit it hard, 104 off the bat, but right at J.J. Weatherholt.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field again. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the fifth inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got out there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
The tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
It's 2-0 St. Louis as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Drowan's at 68 pitches. And at the top of the order for St. Louis, J.J. Weatherholt, first pitch swinging. Gets into one, out to left center, but playable. Mitchell back into his right, and a few steps in front of the warning track to make the catch. One away for Ivan Herrera. Good one pitch out for Shane Drowan. Again, the Brewers would love length out of this southpaw here tonight. He had a quick and efficient fourth inning, and they'd like for more of the same here in this fifth. Herrera's popped it up both times he's come to the plate tonight. Both times in foul territory as well. 2-0 Cardinals. Both teams with 4 hits in this game. Drowan's pitch is lined down the left field line, but hooking foul and out of play. And it's 0-1. The 2 runs for the Cardinals tonight unearned. So Drowan has dropped his ERA down to 2.90. He's thrown the ball exceptionally well tonight. The 0-1 pitch missed outside with a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the sounds of summer, the crack of the bat, the chirps of the birds, and the sizzle of the grill. Summertime in Wisconsin, nothing better. 1-1 is a fly ball to right. Back into his right a couple of steps is Sal Frelick. He's there to collect it. And there's 2 down for Jordan Walker. Another quick out for Shane Drowan. And nothing's better, especially when the menu includes Usinger's famous sausage. It's made right in Milwaukee, and it's simply the best you can get. So here's Walker, who has done exactly what his name says. He's walked both times he's come to the plate tonight for St. Louis. The pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Walker walked in the third, and since that walk, Drowan has basically done nothing but throw strikes. 0-1 is a bouncing ball to second base. Big hop for Terang. Throws to first in a very efficient inning for Shane Drowan in the bottom of the fifth. He'll get the ball for another inning. Brewers will try to get this thing.
Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Lined into right field. Jack Cuss, they're going to send him. No, they stop him. And Cuss falls down. And he's in a rundown. Aaron Boone.
There's nobody at home plate. And Jack Cuss lost his footing. Nobody was at home. Unbelievable.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back.
bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewers season. Quick Trip and Stork Candy, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
We go to the top of the sixth inning. It's a 2-0 Cardinals lead. Jackson Churio will lead things off against the left-hander Justin Brule, who got Yelich to ground out to end the fifth inning. First pitch to Jackson is a breaking ball that missed a little bit high. Jackson had squared to bunt, pulled the bat back. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Sixth inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Lisa Cooley from Milton. The 1-0 is a strike at the knees with a sinker at 89. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good pitch from Justin Brule. Gift card jackpot of $500. Lisa, if the Brewers hit a home run this inning. 1-1, that's outside with a changeup, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And $100 added to the total for each additional home run this half. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Visit WTMJ.com for official contest rules and details. Brule brings home the pitch, and Jackson took a curveball low. Actually a sweeper. And a miss down below the zone, 3-1. So a friendly count for Jackson Churio here. Brule, big left-hander. 3-1. That missed down and in. He walked him. So a leadoff walk for the Brewers here in the sixth inning. Good start to the inning. That is the first time tonight the Brewers have gotten their leadoff man aboard. And it's the first walk that they've drawn. May did not walk anybody in his 4 2/3. Brewers going to have a shot to get into this Cardinals bullpen a little bit here tonight. That could be a big thing in game 1 of a 5-game series. And again, the Brewers looking like they're going to get the length they needed out of Drowan tonight, too, which is also a big development. So here's Terang. Brule brings home the pitch, missed way outside. It's 1-0. And they have action in that Cardinals bullpen as right-hander Ryan Fernandez is getting loose for St. Louis. 1 ball and no strikes on Terang. Brule having a little difficulty with the strike zone, at least to start up this inning. Churio gets his lead from first, being held on by Jordan. The pitch missed down and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. This is where it would be an interesting spot for Ollie Marmol if he went to the bullpen to get the right-hander to face Contreras. He's got the lefties following him. 2-0 pitch is a strike at the knees with a sinker at 91. It's 2-1.
I think he's probably going to have to live with Brule versus Contreras. Boy, you'd love to get Terang on in front of him.
I agree with you. But why else would the right-hander be up unless he's toying with the idea? As Terang takes his strike on a breaking ball, and it's 2-2. May have something to do with how this at-bat ends. The outcome of this at-bat for Terang. Brule's 2-2 pitch is a fly ball into center. It's going to push back Church into left center to make the catch. And there's one away. And that'll get Contreras to the plate. And I think they will ride with Brule, so he will face Contreras here. If Terang reached, maybe they go get Fernandez to face Contreras. But again, that would be quite a gamble with the lefties behind him in the lineup. So he'll get to face the lefty and Brule here. Runner at first and one away. First offering. And Contreras took inside. It's 1-0. It's been consistently falling behind to these hitters. Contreras 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and a strikeout. Brule's 1-0. That's way outside of the changeup. 2 balls and no strikes. Fell behind to Terang. Fell behind to Churio. This is a dangerous way to live if you're this left-hander Justin Brule. 2-0 pitch. And a chopper foul. He got one to hit. A sinker at 90. And Contreras swung on top of it and pounded it straight down into the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Been a quiet night so far for the Brewers. They had 2 on. In fact, they had runners on the corners with 2 outs in the 5th, but couldn't get that big hit. Here's the 2-1. That's way inside. Almost hit Contreras. Good pick by Pages behind the plate. And it goes to 3-1. So again, he has just been in hitters' counts this entire inning. And how long can you live like that before somebody does some damage? Beautiful night for baseball here in St. Louis. The 3-1. And a ground ball sharply hit to third. Up with it as Fermin goes to second for 1. The throw to first is low and not dug out by Jordan. I think that Contreras was going to be safe anyway. It doesn't get far enough away for Contreras to go to second base, so he stays out of the double play. It is the fielder's choice. And the Brewers have Contreras at first with 1 out, and now the Cardinals will be glad they stuck with Brule because they have him in there to face the lefties with 2 outs here. So here is Jake Bauers, has a hit tonight, and is 1 for 2. Brule's first offering. Jake took inside with a sweeper. It's 1-0. 2-0 Cardinals. We're in the top of the 6th inning here in St. Louis. 1-0 pitch. Bauers hits it off the end of the bat to first. Picked up by Jordan. Steps on the bag. And the inning is over. He got out in front of a sweeper. Rolled over it to first base.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Ketel Marte, for the first time in his career, has homered in 4 consecutive ball games. He's homered in 4 straight, 5 of his last 6. That's 17.
1 earned run, 2 runs on 1 hit, no walks, 9 strikeouts for Turk School. Just nice to see him get back to being dominating Turk School, because this is the guy we're going to see a lot of the rest of the year.
7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez tonight, lowers his ERA to exactly 2.00.
It's a long home run for Junior Caminero. He's homered now in 5 consecutive games.
He has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers.
What a start for Cade Cavalli. Ends his night with an even 100 pitches, strikes out a career-high 13, and gets some love from his teammates and coaches.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The trade. For career opportunities, visit steam601.org.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in St. Louis. It's a 2-0 Cardinals lead. Shane Rowan's been very good tonight. This is the 2 unearned runs allowed. He's needed 74 pitches to get through the first 5 innings. In great shape to get the Brewers through this 6th inning. And for Drowan, he'll face 4, 5, and 6 for the Cardinals. Nelson Velasquez will lead things off for St. Louis. First pitch from Drowan, a swing and a miss on a fastball at 94, and it's 0-1. He's got some good life on that fastball tonight. Velo kind of that same range that we've seen most of the time for Drowan, but he's attacked with that fastball, and he has gotten ahead, and it is jumping out of his hand. The 0-1. This one's lined down the left field line. It's a fair ball. It's going to roll into the corner for Nelson Velasquez. Churio over there to collect it. Velasquez jogging into second with leadoff double. And man, the leadoff man has been a problem for the Cardinals in this game. That is the 4th time in 6 innings that the leadoff man has reached. A couple of those times it's been a leadoff double now. Drowan worked around a leadoff double from Fermin back in the 2nd inning. He'll try to do the same thing here in the 6th. His last 34 pitches, 31 have been strikes, 24 swings. First pitch to Fermin is bunted up the third baseline. Charging it is Hamilton. Scoops. Throws to first in time. Velasquez to third on the play. He's there with 1 out. You sacrifice 5-3 if you score along with us. And now Drowan will have to get creative and try to prevent this big insurance run for the Cardinals to come across. Mason Wynn is the batter. He is 0 for 2. Pop up and a strikeout. Either of those would be the preferred result here. Infield is in for the Brewers. First pitch is a little high with a fastball at 94. It's 1-0. Need a post-game snack? There's an app for that. Download the new George Webb app and place your order for pickup on your way home. Available on the App Store or Google Play. The 1-0 pitch. And Wynn took down and in. 2 balls and 0 strikes. Cut fastball didn't miss by much from Drowan. In fact, might have been a strike. Does feel like the borderline calls haven't gone the Brewers' way tonight, hasn't it? Here's the 2-0. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play. It's 2-1. Just a 6-pitch 5th inning and just a 10-pitch 4th inning for Shane Drowan. That was a big deal to get him to this point in the game. 2-1. That missed inside. Boy, it looked like it might have nailed the inside corner. We get a look at it. Yeah, it was in. That was the right call from Edwin Jimenez that time. 3-1. You got first base open. If you end up walking Wynn, it's not the end of the world because it would set up a potential double play opportunity for you with Nathan Church coming to the plate. 3-1. He is a liner into left. Down for a base hit. Jogging home is Velasquez. It's 3-0 St. Louis. That ball was smoked off the bat of Mason Wynn. Cutter. It was thigh high on the inner half. And Mason Wynn turned that around into left field in a hurry. For Wynn, his 38th RBI. It's the first earned run against Drowan tonight. And now here's Nathan Church. Drowan looks at first and the pitch. And Church took low with his sinker. It's 1-0. 3-0 Cardinals. Still time for the Brewers, though. Drowan would like to get through this 6th inning with no further damage. He's at 82 pitches, and action has begun in the Brewers' bullpen. Garrett Stallings getting loose for the Brewers. The 1-0 pitch is a fly ball. Shallow left. Racing in is Churio. Going out is Pratt. It'll be Churio calling him off and making the catch. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll get Blaze Jordan to the plate for St. Louis. This has been a great start for Shane Drowan, though. This will be one of those you got to peel back some layers on the box score to really appreciate how good he's been on a night when the Brewers needed some length. And he's going to get them through at least 6 tonight, it would appear. Here's a fly ball to center. Playable for Garrett Mitchell. Back into his left a couple of steps. He's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. But the Cardinals extend their lead. It's 3-0 St. Louis as we head to the 7th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face when he really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
In this game, you've got to keep your eye on the ball, but it's harder than it looks.
A Little League error there gives Jackson an extra 90 feet.
The action has defied all prediction.
And, he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move.
What just happened? You can never be sure of anything in this strange game of baseball.
He hit the hole that was that hole, the netting.
And speaking of strange things,
Geraldo Perdomo darts out of the dugout, cuts off Mr. Red and Rosie Red.
Curveball got away.
That pitcher takes his eye off the ball.
From flubs to flair, let's check out some fine fielding affairs.
He did it again! Junior dives like Superman.
Oh! Robbed by Marcy in center!
Going, man, you're gone.
Gone to the warning track, makes the over-the-shoulder grab.
Nunez from the shortstop side of the bag. Pops up and throws out Bobby Witt.
Set it to left center, Jake Myers! What a catch!
How about that?
We go to the 7th inning. It's a 3-0 Cardinals lead. Lars Nootbaar takes over in left field for St. Louis. Brule stays out there on the mound for the Cardinals, and taking over on the mic for us, here's Josh Mauer.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there because Justin Brule, who has already recorded 4 outs, is going to stay in the game with a couple of lefties, Mitchell and Frelick, coming up against the southpaw. And they take Nelson Velasquez out of the game. Pitch to Garrett is right down the middle for a strike. Velasquez just had that double that set up the 3rd Cardinals run in the 6th, but they take him out as Nootbaar replaces him in left. But Brule's been really good. The 0-1 outside on Garrett Mitchell. 1 for 2 tonight. Each of those came against Dustin May, who went 4 2/3 scoreless. The 1-1 pitch. Just called a strike on the inside corner. I was about to say just a little bit inside. It was by plenty. It was an awful miss by Edwin Jimenez. I mean, that missed by over an inch. But 1-2. What are you going to do? Now the pitch. Chopped very softly up the third baseline. Played by Brule off balance, but no chance with the throw to first. Off balanced as said, and he was fading away towards third base as he jumped and threw the ball and didn't get it there nearly in time to get the speedy Garrett Mitchell. They're going to come check on him with an athletic trainer to make sure he didn't hurt himself in doing so, Justin Brule.
That's how you get an oblique sometimes, right? Kind of stretching and reaching out, contorting a little bit differently than you're used to.
Well, maybe it takes that little spark to light a fire here for the Brewers as they come check on Brule.
He's kind of jumping up and down like it could be a calf or a lower leg type of issue.
Garrett Mitchell, a swinging bunt right off the end of his bat, and he's got his 2nd hit of the night. Brewers just their 5th. And they have all been singles. But here's the thing. They're down 3-0. Remember, yesterday they didn't have a run until the 7th, and then they scored 3 runs against Arizona and won that game. You know that this club feels like they are never, ever out of it. And speaking of out of it, due to injury, Justin Brule is going to have to leave this game. He's walking off with the athletic trainer. Suboptimal for the Cardinals starting this big week. They're also...
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back.
Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Solo or tailgating with friends, Tsunami Express Car Wash keeps your ride looking game day ready. Wash away dust, bugs, and road grime with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a Tsunami Express member. So before you cheer on the crew, make sure your vehicle looks as good as your game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Right-hander Ryan Fernandez takes over for the Cardinals with Mitchell at first and nobody out in the seventh. Sal Frelick coming up in this 3-0 St. Louis lead. So Brule goes an inning and a third, gave up a hit and a walk, and the runner belongs to him. He left with injury. Frelick struck out twice against Dustin May. Swings and tips the slider from Fernandez, foul to the backstop, 0-1. Fernandez just recently came back off the injured list. He missed almost all of June with a back injury. He was activated on the 30th of June. The 0-1. Frelick takes it upstairs. 94 on the fastball from the right-hander, and the count even at 1. So Fernandez, who's been a pretty big part of their bullpen for now 3 years, only 10 major league outings before tonight this season. He's been good. 1-1 with a 1.35 ERA. Frelick takes high, and it's 2-1. We've seen him pitch some pretty leveraged spots against the Brewers over the last couple of years, Fernandez, and generally he's been tough. Game 1 of this 5-game series, starting to get late. 2-1 on Sal. The pitch. Yanked down the right field line. That's got an open spot. Hits off the warning track, bounds up, goes over the wall, and it's an automatic double. Mitchell will have to be held at third. He otherwise would have scored with ease. Frelick put a charge into one, and the Brewers have him on at second and third with nobody out. Tying run comes to the plate. That ball was drilled. He got out in front of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Up and in, and he pulled that baby. It, again, would have scored the runner Mitchell had it not gone up out of play. Every double means a $75 donation to the MAC Fund from West Bend Insurance, the silver lining. And now here's Pratt. Taking outside, ball 1. Here come the Brewers in the 7th inning again, just like yesterday, perhaps, after not scoring a run in the first 6 innings. Pratt against Dustin May, 1 for 2. And the infield's back. 1-0 is down the middle. Knee high for a strike, 1-1. Ryan Fernandez, third pitcher of the night for St. Louis. We play under almost completely darkened skies now here in the 7th. They lead from second and third in the 1-1. Lifted foul. Out of play down the right field line. Slider, and it's 1-2. Injured, it's time to call in the right relief. Call Habish and Rotier, serving Wisconsinites for over 95 years. National reputation, hometown service. Visit Habish.com. First place Brewers, 7.5 games ahead of the third place Cardinals coming into this big series. You know, the Cardinals have had this circled on their calendar for a while. They lead 3-0, St. Louis does. Fernandez with a 1-2 coming to Cooper Pratt. Here it is. Down in the dirt, laid off that slider. Catcher Pages blocked it, 2-2. St. Louis brings some momentum into this series as well. They just had a great road trip. They won a series in Atlanta, then they won a series at the Cubs. Pratt, at worst, trying to get a runner in and perhaps the other runner over. 2-2. Tapped that in front of the plate. It's going to be a play for the pitcher. It's bobbled by Fernandez as he tried to pick it up, and everybody's safe. The runner did not break for home, though. So it'll be bases loaded, nobody out. On an error on Ryan Fernandez. Coming in to field that slow chopper by Cooper Pratt. He just did not pick it cleanly in the glove. Mitchell made the right decision there, staying at third. No reason to risk it with nobody out in the inning, and actually it would have been an easier play throwing home for Fernandez than throwing to first would have been.
If he breaks for home and Fernandez fields that cleanly, he's out. So he did the right thing.
David Hamilton with the bases loaded. Swings over the top of a slider. Biting down and in, 0-1. Cardinals have now made 2 errors tonight. The Brewers had that critical one in the 2-run third inning St. Louis rally. So it's Mitchell still at third, Frelick still at second, and Pratt at first. Hamilton tonight faced Dustin May twice and singled. He's 1 for 2. 3-0 St. Louis. Now they go 1. Fouled back into the screen. Fastball to hit. 94 in the zone. Down the middle, actually. And it's 0-2. I think this would qualify as an inflection point in tonight's game, huh? 0-2. Down in the dirt, laid off the slider, and Paje smothered another one, ball 1.
You will get no argument from me on that statement.
Nobody in either dugout would argue it either. Ryan Stanek, the hard-throwing right-hander, starts to get loose in a hurry for St. Louis in their bullpen. Bases full of Brewers, nobody's out. Fernandez set, the 1-2. Down in the dirt again on a slider. So 2 good takes. They're not close to being strikes, but when you got 2 strikes on you, I'm telling you, those are pitches quite often you're going to swing at. David did not. Christian Yelich is on deck. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2-2. High. That changeup. And that wasn't close, so it's a full count after it was 0-2 on Hamilton. It's a pressure pitch for Ryan Fernandez. Right-hander versus the left-handed hitter. Nobody's out. 3-2 coming. Popped into the seats, third base side. Foul ball. Spoiled a slider, did Hamilton. And we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shortstop Wynn playing way up the middle. 3-2 again. Tapped softly up the first baseline. Foul. Hamilton is going to see at least 8 pitches here from Fernandez.
The good thing, too, is the Brewers have speed for days on the base paths with Mitchell, Frelick, and Pratt. You put one in a gap, it's probably going to tie the game.
Oh, baby, yeah, it would. Wouldn't that be a dream swing here? Well, he's seen 7. Here comes pitch number 8. Bases loaded. Fernandez kicks the leg. 3-2. Fly ball into deep right center field. Back goes Walker. Still back. He won't get it. It's in the gap. It bounces to the fence. Scoring is Mitchell. Frelick on his heels. They'll hold Pratt at third. It's a 2-run double by David Hamilton. What an at-bat on the 8th pitch. He slugged that baby. 3-2 Cardinals. Still nobody's out in the 7th inning. And that'll be it for Ryan Fernandez. Ollie Marmol's coming out with Christian Yelich coming up.
What a swing by Hamilton in the gap. And the only reason Pratt doesn't score is Walker stuck his glove out and kind of deked him, I think, a little bit to make him think he had a shot at making that catch, which he had no chance to get to that.
You know you need to get 5 innings in. Watch how quickly Blue Jays hitters swing.
Here's Griffin. There's one swing to be very quickly followed by another. You said they'd swing at almost everything. Well, that is one of the strangest strikeouts you will ever see.
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremony of first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey? I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon ran out of base hit up the middle, but hurt his hand.
A handful of bees right there.
No idea what Scooble was thinking. And this place is rocking now.
drive to left field. Matt Gorski. Ho-ho! Sing it, Rock.
Indiana. I won't sing it.
Matt Gorski homers his first big league at bat to give the Pirates a 3-0 lead.
Wow.
Launches it over the left field wall.
To grow our economy, improve our health care, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
Brewers at it in the 7th inning for a second straight day here on this trip. They've scored 2. They get within 3-2 of St. Louis. Nobody's out. And Ryan Stanek is the new pitcher here for the Cardinals. Hard-throwing right-hander Stanek takes over for Fernandez. He's the 3rd Cardinal pitcher of the inning. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out for Yelich. Stanek ready to work in the pitch. Inside corner with a slider, strike 1. Brule gave up the infield hit on which he got injured, and Fernandez it went double, E1 double. Yelly's 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. Down low. 97 miles an hour from Stanek. Making his 38th appearance of the season. 2-1 with a save and a 4.81 ERA. Been good against the Brewers. 1-1. Took down low on a split-fingered fastball did Yelich. Ball 2. Well, this is quite the spot for Stanek, trying to keep the lead. Infield up. You got Yelich, Churio, and Terang. 2-1. Down low again, a slider taken for ball 3. 3 in a row have missed. Joey Ortiz has pinch run. David Hamilton's out of the game at second base. Oh, boy, he's out injured, apparently. 3-1. Down and in, he walked him. Bases reloaded for the Brewers as Yelich takes 4 straight out of the zone after strike 1.
I think it'd be fair to say, Josh, there's no world where the Brewers would pinch run for David Hamilton as a strategy. And he's talking to Brad Epstein in the dugout. He went back to second after that double. He didn't look like he was in a lot of pain, but there must have been something not quite right.
3-2 Cardinals, bases loaded, nobody out. Jackson Churio batting. First pitch. Down the middle for a strike with some anger on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Stanek. So you've got Pratt at third, Ortiz, the pinch runner, at second, and Yelich at first base. Churio waits. The 0-1. Down and away on a slider, 1-1. They've been very patient. How patient? They haven't swung at a pitch yet.
Jackson also has been great this year with the bases loaded. 3 for 5 with a double and 4 driven in.
0 for 2 with a walk tonight. The 1-1. Flied foul. There's the first swing they took at a Stanek offering, and he hits it into the seats first base side. 1-2. Walk was presented by Ortho ASAP to put Yelich aboard. Infield creeps up, especially at the corners with Fermin at third and Jordan at first. 1-2. Ground ball towards the left side. Played by the third baseman. Fermin wheels, comes home, gets the out on Pratt. That's all they will get. There's a big first out in the inning, though. Fielder's choice out at the plate. 5-2. Jose Fermin made the play. Churio put the ball on the ground. And about a step to his left for Fermin. So the Cardinals still lead. Now it's bases loaded, 1 out for Terang. Ortiz advanced to third. Yelich advanced to second base. Terang tonight is 0 for 3. Infield's in. The pitch. Line drive in the left field. That's down for a base hit. Tying run is scored. Rounding third base is Yelich, and the throw to the plate is cut off. Bryce Terang with a go-ahead 2-run single. It's another big 7th inning for the Crew. How about back-to-back days? Big crooked numbers to come from behind. They lead it 4-3. Went after that first pitch splitter that was up. Way up, actually. That was almost at the shoulders. Impressive that Bryce could line it as hard as he did. So often, Bryce can get a hit to the opposite field just like that. Stopping at second base was Jackson Churio. That's why the Cardinals cut off the throw from the left fielder, Nootbaar. So first and second, still one out for Contreras. Swing ground ball to third. Should be a double play. Fermin Fields goes to second one. Relay to first. Dug out in time by Jordan. Man, is that big. That ends the inning. 5-4-3 on Contreras. And the lead is only one for the Brewers after a 4-run top of the 7th inning. Chad Patrick, while all that was happening, was getting up in the bullpen. So to
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison. Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join the team of Wisconsin operating engineers today at join139.com.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Chad Patrick takes over for Shane Drone as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Brewers have come from 3-0 behind to take a 4-3 lead in game 1 of this 5-game series. Also, Joey Ortiz, who came in for the apparently injured David Hamilton, stays in at third base. Again, we'll get you an update on Hamilton if anything is provided to us from the Brewers. He had that big 2-run double, and you just hope they didn't injure something running the bases. So Patrick in after Drowan is suddenly in line for a win tonight. 6 innings, just 1 earned run allowed for Drowan. The first batter is Pedro Pages, the catcher. Patrick deals, and he misses down and away with ball 1. 85 pitches, 60 strikes for Drowan. Walked 2, struck out 2, gave up 6 hits. It's in the hands of the bullpen now. They need 9 more outs. 1-0. Popped him up behind first base into shallow right. Terang is on the retreat into shallow right field. Bryce now nearing the foul line, reaches up and makes the catch. And a good start for Mr. Patrick. You know, Chad had been in a bit of a funk, but boy was he phenomenal last week. Starting in that Red Series at home, he had 3 appearances last week and did not give up a run in 6 1/3 innings. Just 2 hits in his last 3 games pitched for Chad Patrick. Now the top of the order coming, Weatherholt and Ivan Herrera. 4-3 Brewers in the pitch to Weatherholt is upstairs, ball 1. 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by Weatherholt. That was a 4-seamer, 97 miles an hour from Patrick. For him, it's all about command. When he's locating, he is tough to hit. And we've seen that. He's been a weapon out of this middle relief role. 1-1 coming. Inside, he tugged on that fastball to Weatherholt, who's 0 for 3. Strikeout, fielder's choice grounder, flyouts, all against Drowan. 1 out, base is empty. Chad Patrick ready for the 2-1. Swung on, and that's popped up behind shortstop this time into shallow left. Cooper Pratt going out on the retreat. About 15 steps onto the left field grass. Makes the call, and Pratt makes the catch. 2 mile-high pop-ups.
Cardinals lineup's been ultra aggressive here the last handful of innings. Remember those quick innings for Drowan in the 4th and 5th. Obviously got into a little trouble in that 6th inning, but he's throwing just 6 pitches. Chad Patrick is throwing just 6 pitches to get 2 outs here in the 7th.
Ivan Herrera's up there. Big power threat, 0 for 3 tonight. 3 balls hit in the air. First pitch is high, ball 1 with a fastball from Patrick. There's a long way to go in this game. By the way, now Aaron Ashby's starting to get loose in the bullpen. 1-0. Down and away on a cutter. Herrera takes ball 2. I was going to say, though, Lane, that if this could hold, what Shane Drowan did tonight will not go unnoticed by anybody in that clubhouse.
No, not at all.
He was excellent. Here's the 2-0. High, 3-0 on Ivan Herrera.
On a night when they needed it in a big way.
Yeah, that rookie is becoming a veteran very quickly before our eyes.
If the Brewers had a 2 or 3 run lead, they might have put him back out there for one more, too.
3-0. Took it for a strike on a cutter through the front door from Patrick to Herrera, 3-1. Yeah, 85 pitches is actually manageable.
They might have done it if they had a comfortable margin just to give themselves that much more of a shot tomorrow with the doubleheader in terms of arms that would be available to them.
You got the dangerous Jordan Walker on deck. 3-1 coming. Swing and a miss at a high cut fastball from Patrick. And Ivan Herrera was trying to tie the game with that swing. Didn't catch up to it, so it's a full count. Cardinals have seen a lot of Patrick, too, over the last couple of years. 3-2. Chad is set. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 96 up the ladder. Goodbye. Sit down. Ivan Herrera. And Patrick just blew him away. 1, 2, 3. Go the.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff. I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Well, after using 3 pitchers to get through the 7th, the Cardinals bring in another reliever for the 8th. 4-3 Milwaukee. Gordon Graceffo is in there, and to take us home, here's Lane Grindle.
All right.
right, thank you very much, Josh. Gordon Graceffo takes over, as you just said, and Jake Bowers to lead things off for the Crew. Bowers 1 for 3 tonight. Checks his swing on a slider that missed, and it's 1-0. A 4-3 Brewers lead. Trying to add a little margin for error here in this top of the 8th inning for the Crew. Graceffo's 1-0 pitch is a liner into left center field, going back on it and into the gap to make the catch is Church. That was a good first step from Church. Another hard hit ball by Jake Bowers, 97 miles an hour off the bat into the gap, and Church ran it down with room to spare. One away for Garrett Mitchell. Today's 8th inning is being brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council and the over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's liunawisconsin.org, and feel the power. Graceffo's first pitch to Mitchell is a strike on the outside edge. Fastball at 96. And it's 0-1. Mitchell 2 for 3 tonight. He has stayed hot. Batting average sitting at 269. With his 2 hits this evening. Takes a slider low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One out, nobody on here. Top of the 8th inning. Brewers with a 4-3 lead. Graceffo's had reverse splits this year. He's been tougher on lefties than righties. Swing and a miss at a changeup. And that changeup, one of the reasons why. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aaron Ashby getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. 1-2 pitch is down low with a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Have kind of 2 options if you're Pat Murphy and Chris Hook and Jim Henderson with what you wanted to do with the bullpen here once the Brewers took the lead. Remember they had Garrett Stallings up at one point when they were down 3-0. 2-2 is low with a changeup. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You could have gone to Ashby like they did in the 7th and just said, take us home and save the rest of the bullpen for tomorrow. That would have been one choice, but when you have to cover 18 innings, potentially, 3-2 pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's going to be challenged by Mitchell. It was at the bottom of the zone. He's going to win it. He's going to win this one. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Garrett Mitchell. I can't imagine it would go well for any hitter that did this, but if you kind of gave a point and a wink to the home plate umpire when you win a challenge like that on a 3-2 pitch, that wouldn't go well, but I'm sure he was feeling that emotion as he went to first base. Ortho ASAP walk for Mitchell. He's aboard with 1 out for Frelick. And now time is called by Sal. So that would have been one choice, though. Go with Patrick the rest of the way, but then you wouldn't have him available tomorrow, and you have so many innings to cover. So the other option would be to go 1 inning apiece with Patrick, and now it looks like probably Ashby. Frelick takes down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. You could also stay with Patrick for Walker if you wanted to have the right matchup, and then go to Ashby in the 8th inning. That would be another way to do this. 1-0 pitch is a fly ball to center. Backing up Church just a couple of steps. He's there to make the catch for the 2nd out. And there's 2 away now for Pratt. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you. 4-3, Brewers lead it here top of the 8th inning. Runner at first and 2 outs, and Cooper Pratt is the batter for Milwaukee. First offering to Pratt is a fly ball to center. It's pushing back Church. Still back onto the very edge of the warning track. He's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Church made all 3 outs out there in center field in that 8th inning. Pratt put a charge in that one, but the ballpark held.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real.
So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history. Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed. 94 down and in, right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple. High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch, and that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
WTMJ.
It's a 4-3 Brewers lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Jordan Walker will lead things off against Chad Patrick, who stays out there at least to face Walker here. He needed just 12 pitches to get himself through the 7th. Walker has walked twice tonight and grounded out. First pitch from Patrick misses low, but it'll be challenged by Contreras. And he's not going to win this one. Brewers will be out of challenges when this one pops up on the video board. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So 1 ball and no strikes on the dangerous Jordan Walker. Patrick's pitch is a swing and a miss. He went down to a knee on a cutter, and it's 1-1. Walker, then Nootbaar, and then Fermin to hit here for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch is a strike on the outside edge with a sinker at 96, and it's 1-2. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandies, a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. And now time is called by Walker as he backs out of the box for a quick moment. Brewers have gotten to that magic number of 4 runs, but they'd like to add to it in the 9th inning after getting hopefully a 0 here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-2 is a called third strike. A slurve dropped in there. And Chad Patrick strikes out Jordan Walker, and it looks like the Brewers going to stick with Chad Patrick. Pat Murphy looks out at him and says, "You good?" Gives him a thumbs up. Chad Patrick says yes. Again, he's in such good shape pitch count-wise, Josh. He's at 16 pitches. So if he could get these next 2 outs quickly, he'd still be available tomorrow, more than likely. First pitch to Nootbaar is lined out to right in the tracks of Frelick, back like 2 steps to make the catch. And there's a quick out for Chad Patrick. 2 down and nobody on for Jose Fermin. This has gone about as well as the Brewers could have hoped so far tonight from a pitching standpoint. Celebrating 50 years is Wisconsin's hometown favorite ice cream. Talking about Cedar Crest, taste you know, taste you love. And of course there's Usinger sausage. That's been a Milwaukee original for nearly 150 years. First pitch to Fermin, in there for a strike with a cutter, and it's 0-1. And don't forget about our good friends at Pine River Cheese Spreads. Wisconsin's award-winning cheeses. All of them simply the best in class. Patrick's 0-1 to Fermin is a touch outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That didn't miss by a lot. That was a sinker at 96. It was out there, though. And off the plate. 1-1 the count. A 4-3 Brewers lead here, bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch is popped up. This one into shallow center. Mitchell racing in. He's going to get there in plenty of time to reach up, make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Chad Patrick. And he needed just 20 pitches to get through 2 innings here tonight.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal.
How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the 3rd.
Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Grocery store. Carbless. Less is more.
It's a 4-3 Brewers lead as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Joey Ortiz will lead things off for the Brewers against Graceffo, who stays out there on the mound for St. Louis. Brewers looking for some network health insurance runs. Here in this top of the 9th inning, the tall right-hander Graceffo brings home the first pitch, and Ortiz lines one right into the glove of Mason Wynn, who catches it for the first out. More quality contact from Joey Ortiz, but again right at the shortstop. And that'll get Yelich to the plate with 1 away and nobody on. Brewers looking for Network Health insurance runs. Network Health has been outscoring the competition for over 40 years. Visit networkhealth.com to find a health plan for you. First pitch to Yelich is low with a changeup. It's 1-0. Trevor McGill is getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. McGill got the 9th inning yesterday in Arizona. One-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Yelich. By going with McGill in the 9th, that would mean that you'd probably have Chad Patrick available tomorrow if you're the Brewers, which would be a good development. Here's the 1-1, and that one's fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It would remain to be seen if McGill would be available tomorrow. That would be 3 days in a row for him to work tomorrow, and I believe 4 out of 5. Yeah, it would be 4 out of 5 because he worked on Friday night. Worry about those things when you get there, though. 1-2 pitch. Yelich took high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The motto, the mission statement of this clubhouse for the Milwaukee Brewers is win tonight. And you've got a 1-run lead in the 9th inning. You're going to go to your closer and win the game in front of you.
Against a division opponent.
Absolutely. 2-2 pitch. Yelich a swing and a miss. Went after a slider at 90 miles an hour down below the zone. Yelich a strikeout victim, and there's 2 down. And that'll get Jackson Chourio to the plate. Jackson, a 6-game hitting streak coming into tonight. That is on the line more than likely with this at-bat. He has reached tonight, but he's officially 0 for 3. He walked back in the 6th inning. Remember, he had the 9th inning home run Saturday night in Arizona. Graceffo's first pitch, and Jackson took low with a slider. It's 1-0. Brewers lead at 4-3. They've out-hit the Cardinals 8-6 tonight. Graceffo out of the stretch. Brings home the pitch. And Churio, a half swing and a miss on a sinker that ran in on his hands. And it's 1-1. Two outs, nobody on here in the top of the ninth inning. The 1-1. Churio took a spinner down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brewers are 45-7 this year when scoring 4 runs or more. That is the second best record in baseball behind the Dodgers. Dodgers are 51-5 when they score 4 or more. 2-1 is bounced foul behind home plate. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's been a magic number for the Brewers for a long time, scoring 4 runs. And part of the reason why it's been such a magic number is because of the way the Brewers pitch it and play defense. It is hard to come from behind against the crew, typically. 2-2 pitch. Churio, a check swing foul and out of play first base side. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Graceffo's used 22 pitches so far. I mean, that's part of it tonight for the Brewers, too, that May didn't go deep. You get to see a good chunk of this bullpen tonight. You're going to see a lot of these guys again tomorrow. 2-2. Bounced foul again. Got a piece of it. It's a slider down and away, and Churio just able to throw his hands at it and foul it off.
It'd actually be big for the Cardinals if Graceffo can give him 2 full innings. He just got called back up from AAA today.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. And a roller foul, third base side. Jackson putting together quite an at-bat so far. That was the 7th pitch of this sequence. Yeah, would not be shocked to see either team make a roster move or two at some point during the 5 games of this series, right? Of course, there will be tomorrow with the 27th man. 2-2 pitch. And Churio took a called third strike on the outside edge. A fastball at 98. Jackson still standing in the box. It was a good pitch from Gordon Graceffo. Well, the Brewers go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's Trevor McGill time here in St. Louis. 4-3 Brewers.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
We like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
It's a 4-3 Brewers lead. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Trevor McGill is on. This is a Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club save opportunity. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. David Hamilton left this game back in the 7th inning after the 2-run double. It was left hamstring tightness, what we've been told, on the apparent injury to David Hamilton. Joey Ortiz, of course, took over on the bases, and then at third base when that happened. McGill making his 37th appearance, a 3.09 ERA. That does not tell the story of how good Trevor McGill has been this year. An all-star a season ago, and frankly, if you take a week of the season out of it, he'd be an all-star again more than likely this year after being an all-star last season. He gets Mason Wynn to lead things off for St. Louis. First pitch is a curveball in there for strike one. Unscored upon in 19 of his last 20 outings. 9 for 10 in saves during that stretch. A 1. Swing and a miss. Went after a curveball down in the dirt. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Brewers needed him to get back to being their guy in the 9th inning. This is when they're at their best, is when McGill is right and locking down the 9th inning. Trevor's going to throw this baseball out of play and get a new one sent out to him. Told you how he's unscored upon in 19 of his last 20. Also unscored upon in his last 12 in a row. 1.20 ERA over his last 30 games. 0-2 pitch. That missed low with a curveball. Wynn did not chase. It's 1-2. He has just been outstanding. Worked around a 1-out walk to get the save in yesterday's win in Arizona. 1-2 pitch is high, and the count is even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. McGill looks in, raises the leg, the pitch, and it's a ground ball back up the middle past the diving glove of Pratt and into left center for a leadoff single for the Cardinals. Well, St. Louis has the tying run aboard and the winning run coming to the plate. So it may be a little bit stressful in this 9th inning for Trevor McGill. Nathan Church is the batter for St. Louis. A curveball, he left it up more than he wanted to. Threw some great curveballs in that sequence to Mason Wynn, but left that one up. Here's Nathan Church. McGill brings home the first pitch. And just missed outside of the fastball at 99. It's 1-0. Brewers are out of challenges, so Contreras does not have a challenge in his back pocket, and that would have been a strike. Been a tough night behind the plate for Edwin Jimenez. He has not been good. Spin, throw to first, and a close play over at first, but back in time is Wynn. Wynn's certainly a guy that can run a little bit. He's got 7 stolen bases on the year. McGill trying to keep him close over there at first base. Here's the 1-0. And a pop-up on the infield. Joey Ortiz behind the mound calling for it. Makes the catch. That's a big first down for Trevor McGill. 1 away. And now the batter will be Brian Torres, who is going to pinch hit here for Blaze Jordan. So Brian Torres, who played in this series in Milwaukee. No, instead of now it's going to be Alec Burleson, excuse me. So it'll be Alec Burleson, the left-handed hitter, and Contreras is out there to chat with McGill about this battle. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Become a legend. Burleson steps in there. Hitting .281 on the season. First pitch is in there for a strike with a fastball at 99. It's 0-1. Just 21,000 plus here tonight at Busch Stadium. I'm telling you, there are a lot of Brewers fans here, and you can hear them. They have made their presence felt over the course of this game tonight. 0-1 on Burleson. Spin, throw to first. Back in time is Wynn. Burleson has had good numbers against McGill in his career. 3 for 4 with a double. Small sample, but he's been pretty good. 0-1. And that one's fouled back and out of play. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Pedro Pages would be on deck, but that looks like Torres is in the on-deck circle for St. Louis. Nothing in 2 here on Burleson. McGill out of the stretch, raises the leg. The pitch missed high with a fastball at 100 miles an hour. It's 1-2. What a game 1 of this 5-game series this has been. Perhaps an appetizer what's to come over the final 4 games of this series. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. Burleson went fishing and chased that pitch down below the zone. It's an ortho ASAP strikeout, and the Brewers are an out away now from taking game 1 of this series. Beautiful curveball by Trevor McGill. And now another mound visit by Contreras, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, to go over the plan against Brian Torres. I was telling you earlier that Torres played in that series in Milwaukee. He's a former Milwaukee Milkman. He's had quite a journey to get himself to this point. He's hitting .235 in 23 games this year, 4 home runs and 8 driven in. Torres has a hit against McGill in his career. He's 1 for 2 against him. He's hitting for Pages here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Again, the tying run is at first with 2 outs. A 4-3 Brewers lead. McGill brings home the first pitch, and it's fouled back and out of play. It's 0-1. An 11-game road trip. Brewers with a chance to win their 3rd game on this trip already. Torres will take his time out and take a second to collect his thoughts outside of the box, readjust his batting gloves, and now climbs back in there. McGill will throw another baseball out of play. Brewers hoping to get this series started off on the right foot here. 1 more out to get for Trevor McGill and the crew. Here's the 0-1, and a curveball landed for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. McGill looks in. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. Fastball, 99 miles an hour. That was a middle fastball. Might have got away with one there to Torres. 0-2 on the left-handed hitting Brian Torres. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with the curveball. Trevor McGill slams the door in the 9th. And the Brewers take game 1 in St. Louis, coming from behind in the process. 4-3 is your final. The Brewers earned this one here tonight. They are now a season-high 23 games over 500, sitting at 56-33. And this is a very satisfying victory for the crew here tonight over their divisional rival. 4-3 your final. We'll tell you all about it when we come back after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people, and they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Vargas 1 for 3. 1-0. Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry. And it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer in the 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet, 109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there. He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
Speaking of the AL East, the Rays are back in the driver's seat thanks to a week to remember from Junior Caminero. The Rays' blossoming superstar earned Player of the Week honors last week and has continued to rake.
Oh, yeah, he's still got the power. What a blistering pace.
Becoming the youngest player since 1900 to homer in 6 straight games and launching 9 homers in his last 8 games. During that torrid stretch, he posted the 8th 3-homer game in Rays history.
What a day to remember at Tropicana Field.
Junior's major output kick-started an 8-game winning streak for the Rays, as the team looks to capitalize on the Yankees' recent struggles.
An incandescent stretch for Junior Caminero.
And after hosting a week-long home run derby of his own, Junior will once again return to the stage for the real thing during All-Star Week in Philly. After finishing as the runner-up to Cal Raleigh last year, he'll have his eyes set on the prize this time around.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got out there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
District Council, Tsunami Express Car Wash, and Wisconsin's Dairy Farm.